Back to the channel. I'm Mole Money. Here we talk about stocks, financial news, and cryptocurrency. So if you like talking about money and how to make it in these markets, please go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell below, and let's get started. Hey guys, I want to talk about Stellar XLM lumens price. I want to talk about where it's going. I want to address some comments that we had in the comments section and regarding to some questions that we have on XLM. I want to talk about where I think this is really going and how it is going to help revolutionize the world. I do want to talk about what I would do with my portfolio if I were you. Now, this is not financial advice. This is only for entertainment purposes only. But I want to address some concerns on portfolio margins and how much you should have allocated to some of the more risky, high-risk cryptocurrencies versus more stable, important, I believe, cryptocurrencies to have in your portfolio. So when we first get in here, let's talk about this price. So we see we're at 33 cents right now, down 2%, a little over 2% on the day. I wouldn't buy here in my personal opinion. I think that we're going to have a little bit more of a shakeout over the coming days, but I do fully believe, as many other analysts do right now, we are like a tight coil spun up right now, and a lot of these altcoins are going to explode in the next 10 days, but I don't think it's going to happen the next few. So when we come out a week, we're still up 7.64% and just over a little under 3% on the month. So, fairly flat when you look at the entire month as a whole. But like I said, we have recently seen Bitcoin really make serious moves, and generally speaking, the other altcoins do follow Bitcoin. The fact that they haven't in the past few days really goes to show that there is a lot of volume sitting on the table that is going to plow into this marketplace in the altcoins. Now, when we look at the volume of XLM Stellar in particular, we're down 16.54%. And so there just really is not a lot of buy pressure here, just 45% buying versus 55% selling. But again, this is not just XLM, this is the altcoin market in general. I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this MoneyGram that we talked about the other day in this partnership, and how it really is going to help benefit not just Stellar and XLM's price over the long run, but the cryptocurrency market in general. So one guy in particular I'm thinking of said in the comments section, how is this really going to help XLM in the long run, as MoneyGram is really not going to be using the lumens that XLM, their cryptocurrency. And what I would say to that is the fact that they're using the Stellar blockchain and they're going to have a lot of liquidity. When you look at MoneyGram in general, there's 150 million users worldwide. It is one of the world leaders in money transfer payments. So when you look at just the amount of liquidity that's going to be running through that Stellar blockchain, that is largely going to help the price of XLM, regardless of whether they're using XLM to make those transactions regardless. So if we come over here and we look at what Danielle Dixon says on this, and it actually kind of sums it up very plainly and easy to explain. Where is this tweet? So she says, today we made the announcement on MoneyGram and talks about, how this is going to help. So here's what we're going to do. What she says is we're teaming up to build a bridge between digital assets and cash currencies for users, right? So the digital wallets connected to Stellar will be able to access MoneyGram's platform to move seamlessly from one cash currency to another. So what we are doing is we are allowing the Stellar blockchain, we're allowing the 150 million people around the world to understand the benefits of the Stellar blockchain, right? But when they make these transactions, they're going to have options on whether they make that transaction in USD, another stable coin, cryptocurrency, or XLM. So it's just going to, by use case, going to give a ton of exposure to that particular cryptocurrency. Now, obviously, the partnership is just another big move in the full adoption of cryptocurrency. And as this gets rolled out and it shows proof of concept and it all works, it's going to increase this price action regardless. Now, I want to tell you guys that I do hold a lot of XLM Stellar. Obviously, right? I put out a lot of videos on XLM Stellar. I know a lot of my viewers love XLM Stellar because of the partnerships, because of the countries that they work with, and everything they're doing worldwide. But I also want to say I do hold about 50% of my portfolio in both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think that if you do not believe that Bitcoin has a lot of room to run still, you're sadly mistaken. I think that easily we have a 10x coming sooner rather than later, and Ethereum has much more upward potential than Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. So I think that it's important to not just look at prices like, okay, this is 33 cents, so obviously it has a lot of room to run. That is not how you want to look at this. You want to look at this in terms of market cap, in terms of volume, in terms of proof of concept, and what they're actually accomplishing worldwide. And as this network is built out, you are going to see everything move upward. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I can tell you that XLM Stellar, they're helping to improve this network. And in the long run, that is where you are going to see this price move. So where do I see this thing going by the end of the year? Still the $1 to $1.20 area. Yes, we only have a couple more months, but I think, like I said, we are a coil spun up, ready to spring, and it's going to happen very quickly. I wouldn't buy in the next couple days. If you're looking to get in, I would maybe wait for it to drop just a little bit more to grab a few more bags and then wait for the explosion. So I also want to put out that I am going to be putting out a lot more information on some other coins that I think have massive gains that you may not necessarily need to put a whole lot of money into to get that 100 to 1000x type of return that I know a lot of people are looking for. I also am still currently working on the XLM and XRP competition issue that a lot of people seem to think still that they are in competition when in all reality they're not. So I'm working on that video, as well as we will be going over the white papers on Stellar XLM. So that's all I got for you today. Enjoy the rest of yours, and I will see you in the next video.